Good afternoon, friends. Hope you're doing well today. What are we gonna do? What are we in the mood for? I don't know. I do want to play a new makeup. I have a bunch of new stuff that was sent, and we gotta try it. We gotta see what's happening. So many of you, I just checked. Y'all are wondering where I am. Y'all don't have to worry about me. You're so sweet. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you where I was. It is quite the lovely day outside. So we actually went somewhere and we had lunch outside, and we never do that because it's never ever this breezy and beautiful here in South Houston-ish area. We have 4 days of pleasant weather. All the rest are hot. Okay, so I have this primer, and you don't see me use primers a lot, but this one is just full of skincare. And that's what I like to wear underneath my foundation as a skin prep. But this is actually really blurring. Obviously, it's not like, oh, blurred hair. But I definitely see that it takes down the shine, and I feel like it's a little bit more blurred. It definitely blurred my milia. I can definitely see a little bit of a difference there. And it looks really nice. Plus, it feels like skincare. I like this. I've used it once before, and makeup did wear nicely under it. But let me try it a couple more times, obviously, before we run out and grab it. But I like it. I really think I'm liking it. By the way, it does have niacinamide in it. I just checked, and I love that. I love that for skin prep. I love it. I'm going to put it on this side. I'm using my Anissa Beauty Angled Care Brush. And it smells very lightly like citrus, but it does dissipate. It feels really nice. Okay, so since yesterday was extremely spicy, we're gonna do something more mild, but I'm still gonna use this palette, but there's lots of really pretty neutrals. That's a beautiful neutral. That's so pretty, so I feel like we could even just use a touch of definition with that. And maybe we'll do a smoky wing. It's actually really easy. Let's do this. Okay, let's start with some plain canvas. A lot of y'all have asked me how much I'm picking up on my brush. Let's talk about how much eyeshadow base I'm using. This one's on empty, but there is still so much there. This would still last me a month. That's how little I use. So what I'll do is I'll come in here from the side, and then see how little that is? If we need to grab more, we can, but do you see that? We need to grab a little bit more. I'm gonna show it to you. See that? Now that is plenty. And what I do is I'm evening this out completely. It needs to be so even across your lid. I'm gonna take it all the way up, and then once I get here, I just kind of push it into my brow hair. Now, do keep in mind, this is going to crease until you set it, and I don't set it right now. No, no, no. I set as I go. So we'll start setting it with the actual eyeshadow we're gonna use, because this is a tacky base. It's gonna grab that pigment and it's gonna make it just stand out. It's gonna make it as intense as possible. But you don't wanna set it with anything right now. Don't set it with translucent powder. You're actually gonna get a more even blend, believe it or not. It's a little tricky at first, but that's what I'm here for, to explain everything. Now, if you have hooded eyes, you want a tiny brush, okay? This is a little tiny angle brush, and it's the E27, it's pretty special. But if you don't have this one, just look for a tiny brush. You need it. Hooded eyes need tinier brushes. I feel that YouTube taught me, I should say, this is the only brush that we should be using, even when we have smaller hooded lids. Yes, we need this brush. We absolutely need this brush, but we don't start with this brush. We start with this brush. Now, I will say this is a very special spicy brush, so I am going to link it. But if you don't want to get this one, just look for a very tiny brush like this. Just trust me. So I want to use this shade. Notice that it's not that warm compared to the other shades in the palette. Also notice that I grabbed it on the side of the brush. Tap that out. Remember, that's completely normal. That's going to happen. But now we're going to stop that. I'm going to take the side of the brush and I'm going to start to press that into my socket. If you can't shut one eye at a time, I'm picking up more product, again, on the side. If you can't shut your eye one at a time, just relax your eyes like I'm doing here. And notice that I'm going above my natural crease. This is not gonna be a cut crease. I'm gonna keep this very simple, but we do need some definition here. Again, just relax and press right above that fold. Take your time. Now, since we're gonna do a smoky liner, I like to keep this area here, and we can clean it up more in just a second. It's not gonna take that much, but I wanna leave this area through here bare. That way that liner has a way to stand out. If I was to take the shadow through here, you kind of wouldn't be able to see it, so we're gonna leave this bare. Well, we'll put a lighter color shadow on it, I should say. Now I'm just taking the side of the brush, and I did wipe it off on Sheila. Sheila is my makeup towel. I feel like I have to tell you all that every time. Sheila's my makeup towel. I didn't wipe it on a cat or anything. So we're just gonna take this, and again, I'm using this side, and we'll just continue to transition everything. So you're gonna see two colors here, and that's what happens when you really press on a color. So this is what it looks like in its truest form, really packed on. But once you transition it, you'll see you get a little bit of a warmer shade, and that's why shadows have so many different colors and pigments in them to create them. So by tapping, you get another shade out of it. It's magic. Not really. So now to clean up, all I'm gonna do is just use that same brush. I didn't grab any more base. I'm just going to smooth everything out. Easy peasy. And remember, I know I have to keep saying it, but I never want you to think that I would suggest something that would crease. It's going to crease until it's set. Now from here up, it will not move. Let's make sure it's really nice and clean through here. It doesn't matter if that base gets in the crease. This isn't a cut crease, but I am going to angle that liner up just a little bit, and it is going to be really smoky and smudgy. So I want to make sure we have a nice clean path. Let's use this color. I haven't used just a classic goldy champagne. Again, we're going to use that E27, and I'm going to show you why. What I'm going to do is I want to make sure that this is all set. Oh, that is so pretty. Push it on top of that just a little bit. But I'm going to leave that much bare. Do you see that? That is going to help us smoke this out so much easier. Shimmers get in the way of, we're gonna use brown too, but they'll get in the way of the pencil liner. So we wanna leave it bare. That's a beautiful, it almost looks wet. We're gonna grab a Danessa Myricks Color Fix. I was actually looking for this one. This is the shade Nude 11. Grabbing that on the same brush. I'm telling y'all, the tiniest amount. So tiny. We're gonna take that and we're gonna press it into our lash line. So we'll start with the brown first, and then if we wanna add some more dimension, we'll add black later. But for right now, let's do this. Angle it upwards, and then I'm just gonna start to tap it and diffuse it. So remember with hooded eyes that we really wanna relax. I'm gonna start here. Also, don't worry about this. This is all gonna be cleaned up, and it's all gonna make so much more sense. If you can't shut one eye, just kind of tilt your head back, but make sure that your eyes are relaxed. Even mine weren't relaxed. I still find myself wanting to raise my brows. Just tap that up a little bit more. Now, I think I'm gonna skip black, only because if we add that brown again here at the base of the lash, we get that really nice dimension. So now I'm gonna wipe my brush off, and I'll just continue to tap and smooth this top part. Micellar water on a C30. Clean up underneath there. And I think we might add a little bit more eyeshadow at the base of the lashes. Let's just grab the dark brown here on an E27 and press that here. Right at the base. All right, let's add mascara. You know, I might not do falsies. I'm using my By Terry mascara, but I might not do falsies because sometimes y'all ask me if I can do some looks without falsies, and I feel like this would be a really pretty look without them. So we'll just leave it with mascara, but look how good this mascara is. By the way, I am going to be doing an ad for By Terry tonight. This is not an ad. I just always want to tell y'all everything. Obviously, it's going to say ad, but I just like for y'all to know ahead of time. But y'all have been seeing me use it, and I love By Terry. Ugh, I love this mascara. See how pretty that is? It didn't need falsies. Look at this. They look like falsies. I'm telling y'all, I love this mascara. I fell in love with this mascara instantly. So I'm actually going to use, this is what's going to be in the ad. This is not an ad. I've been using this quite a bit. I use this one and I use this one. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This one's so pretty. Oh gosh. But I might still use this one. But I want to warm up the rest of my face to see if I can wear less foundation right now. I'm just going to do one pump. And I know that these are a spicy price, but there is going to be a surprise tonight in the post. So stay tuned for that. We love surprises. But I'm just going to warm up my face to see if I can get away with wearing less. And I'm just going to use a foundation brush. But I also want to stress that these are just tinted skincare in a sense. So if you're looking at that price, there's a lot of skincare in this. Beautiful skincare. Oh, look at that. Just kind of match that to that real quickly. And then I'm going to apply a little extra underneath my eye. Concealer wears beautifully over it, and so does foundation. I already know what you're thinking. It's so pretty. I feel like it just kind of made this all match. So I'm gonna grab, I've been testing out the Milk concealer. Don't run out and get it yet. Let's try it out a little bit more. I'll just do like that. I'm gonna blend it all together anyway, so I just don't wanna put too much. Take down some of this redness here. I feel like it looks more yellow on camera, but in real life, it is very pink. It looks perfect in person here. So let's tap that in. It's pretty. Take down some of this redness, just a little bit. Ooh, that's pretty. You know, I think I'm enjoying this concealer. I haven't decided, but I think I'm enjoying it. Wow, that looks really nice, doesn't it? I feel like once it's blended out, you can tell that it wasn't yellow at all. And I'm just kind of blending this out. I'm using the side of the brush. This is an E29 that I'm using here. I added a little bit more concealer through here, and I'm using that bronzy base that we laid down first to my advantage. So I'm just gonna take whatever's left on here and just kind of go right through here. It's not light. This isn't wild contouring. It's not a super light shade, as you can see. Just kind of evening that out. Let me do a little bit more here. I have a little bit of redness there, and we'll just use that first CC. Oh, let me just show you. This beautiful stuff, we're using that as our bronzer already. It's there. Built-in bronzer. What we just did here is so celebrity makeup artist makeup, and I love how all makeup has a time and place, and it is a very beautiful technique. And we'll just do a very light dusting of powder. I'm gonna use the House Labs, even that out on the puff, and I'm using less than usual because I have on less makeup than usual. So we want just enough to hold that in place. And I'm just gonna set the center of my face, so that means through here, nose, sides of the nose. By the way, you can now get your puff. Actually, it's 2 puffs in the package, but you can get your puffs. So I actually used this blush yesterday. Y'all know I film a million different videos, and it was so pretty. I really like these. This particular shade, I like it because it's more mauve-y pink than it is peachy pink. I really like this color. So pretty. And just in case, if you don't know, the C41 is back in stock. This is the one that we use for our foundation, blush, just about everything. So it's back. Now let's take that very first shade that we started with and press it underneath here. Notice how there's no base underneath my eye, so the color is showing up very warm. That shows you that this base that I use makes these colors as true as they are in the pan on my skin. Let's do some ColourPop Oh Snap lip liner. I haven't used this one in 100 years. It's basically my lip color, but a little more amplified. That's pretty. I really like this. This I really like. This one's from House Labs, and it says it's the PhD hybrid lip oil, but I don't know what color I got. Let me go double check that because it's in my Sephora saved list situation. I love it. There you have it. That was easy, right? It looks so good. Skin looks so good. We have built-in bronzer. I like it. I will definitely save this one to my highlights. I'll save yesterday's as well. I'll do that right after this, but I'll definitely save this because it's very spicy, but it's not a whole lot of steps. I love you all so much. I'm gonna post for By Terry tonight, but I'm excited to post it because I really like the video. And I'll see you there in the comments. I love you so much.